For this video, we'll be going over some tips and tricks for visual merchandising within Raspberry. So to get started, I'm going to grab one of my references here, and I'm going to start off with a folded display on a table here, and I'm actually going to start this one in the edit tool. So I'm going to go ahead and do open an editor. All right, and right away, what I'm going to do is I'm going to identify the piles in which I'm going to replace some of these items with. So to do that, first I'm going to go ahead and do add image there. And I'm going to bring in visual pin drops so I can tell the tool which pile I want to replace. And I'll do this for all the piles I want to replace. Now the next step is I'm going to bring in my references. And I'm going to replace this first pile with this dark wash denim shirt. And I'm going to replace the second pile with this lighter wash shirt. And let me paste the prompt that I will be using here. The main word I'm going to start off with to start my prompt is replace. So this one says, replace the current pile under the teal pin marker with the dark wash shirt from the reference image 1 in the same folded style. Replace the current pile under the red pin marker with the shirt from reference image 2. Remove the pin markers afterwards. Keep everything else the same. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and hit apply. You can go ahead and list your references in order. In this case, I said reference image 1 for my dark wash shirt and reference image 2 for my light wash shirt. And I'll be back when I have our results. All right, we're back. And here are some of the results I received. I like this output from this first image, and I also like the output from this third image. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm both. One thing to note here with prompting, I did say remove the pin markers afterwards, just so that we can have a clean image without them being left behind. And now, with that, I have our finalized image with the new updated positionings of those new garments. All right, now let's try this with an example with hanging displays. So I'm going to grab this one here, and I'm going to go ahead and do open an image editor. All right, and I'm going to use a similar prompt that I used in the past, so I'm going to grab that from my history. And I'm going to go ahead and start to numerically list them with those pin markers. And now once I place those on the board, I'm going to grab my references. Right. And with that being done, I'm going to go ahead and hit apply. Let me actually go over my prompt here. I said, replace the current garment under the teal pin drop with the sweater in reference image 1. Replace the current garment under the red pin drop with the sweater in reference image 2. Replace the current garment under the green pin drop with a shirt from reference image 3. And I also mentioned to remove the pin drops afterwards as the finishing sentence. And we'll be back when we have our outputs. Alright, and we're back, and here are some of my favorites. So I did like this one from our second output, as well as this one from our fourth. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm both of those and add them to our layers. We also have the ability to go back to our original layer if in case we want to replace these again, or move our pin drops in a different order. Hello, here is one final example. With this table you see here, these piles have already been pre-color coded so that if I wanted to go in and replace a specific pile, I can just easily tell the tool to replace the color with a reference image. In this case, my prompt says, replace the child mannequin's shirt with the reference orange shirt, replace the white shirt pile in the image with the reference B graphic shirt, replace all the shoes with the reference lilac glitter shoes, keep all other details the same. And here are those references of our orange shirt, our B shirt, and our lilac shoes. And now I'll hit apply, and I'll be back when our outputs are generated. All right, we're back. And here are those options. We have our orange shirt replaced on the mannequin. We have our B shirt replaced in this white pile. And then we have our glitter shoes added to the bottom section of our display. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm this one. All right, that was our visual merchandising video. Let us know if you have any questions.